Now, last year, the Swiss military did something very interesting. They used a highway as a runway for fighter jets. Yes, this happened in June 2024. Swiss Air Force will test air defense system with landings and takeoffs on a motorway as part of Exercise Alpha 1. Yes, imagine you're in war and your airbase is destroyed. You still need a runway to operate your planes out, of course, and a highway sure is a good backup for that. We now have the ability to simulate such a backup system in the Microsoft Flight Simulator because Red Wing has come up with a scenery which simulates the Alpha Uno 1 highway landing strips, which is something that the Swiss military has done previously. Look at this one right here. This was all the way 1985. They haven't done such exercise in a while, but last year it was time again. Now, the military conducted this experiment on the A1 Autobahn right here, very close to the Payerne Airport, which is where the Swiss military is also based with their F-18s. And this was the strip right here used as a runway, as it is marked right here in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's go ahead and spawn in and see how it looked. Yes, look at what we're simulating in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Alpha Uno drill. And of course, there's no better plane to simulate this emergency situation than the F-18, which we're spawned inside of. Right now, we have simulated indeed what a highway landing strip could look like. Now, here is first of all, a tanker vehicle. It has fuel on board to refuel those very thirsty F-18s. Here we also have some ground marshallers. Hello. Oh, hello, very active. Here we have some sort of weapons, maybe a bomb right there, a tent. Here we have influencer photographing the event. Look at that big light right here and a tent. Very luxury sleeping accommodation. This is interesting. This is a jet broom, which I think is for, clearing runways. Now, right there are, of course, also emergency vehicles at the site as well. And here it gets interesting. What seems to be sort of a control tower, a mobile control tower. Yes, there still needs to be someone in control of that airstrip. And this makes a lot of sense. Here we have, for some reason, a Porsche Cayman, and some more army vehicles. Now, this is what the motorway normally looks like. Obviously, we have these barriers right here, which of course is supposed to partition both directions of the motorway. Now, the interesting thing about the A1 is that apparently it's quite modular. This is what the spot that we are at right now looks like here with this bridge in the background. And it seems as though this barrier can very easily remove to transform this highway into a runway. It's almost like that was kept in mind while planning the motorway indeed. Now, obviously, Switzerland is not the only country that does this, by the way. We've talked about Taiwan like a really long time ago, but here we have this beautiful scenery. We can even see the trucks right here, which, bear the removed barriers from the runway itself, which is really cool, the detail. Now, this is the start of the runway. I guess if it went to go full power now, we would probably blow away the tanker as well as the control tower. Come on, this is just the Microsoft Flight Simulator, though. I guess runway starts over here, though. Right, so let's carefully taxi over there. All is fine, F-18, you're okay. It's a bit curvy of a runway yet as well. Okay, here we have some wooden temporary signs here. I wonder what they say. It just says white. Okay, that's not very helpful. Let's take off now, full power in the F-18. It doesn't need millions of runways, especially for takeoff, so no worries there. I guess these, colors are supposed to represent how much runway's left. 3 maybe stands for 300, 100 meters. I do not know. Here is once again the runway, and we're taking off full power now. Look at that. We have some more emergency vehicles right here, but we've taken off successfully with an F-18, and practically anything can land here now, right? Now, by the way, this is the beginning of the runway. You can see that here by those markers. Very good. Now, obviously, trying to use an airliner for landing here on our special runway is kind of a stupid idea in case if this runway would ever be used, when air bases are destroyed and that. I don't think you would see British Airways fly to East Switzerland. Let's take a look right now. Where are we? Almost hard to navigate now. I mean, where is the runway? Where does it start? All we can see is that there is no traffic here. Traffic's been halted. No. There is some traffic here. All right, that's very safe. Okay, I have the feeling that runway starts over there, something like that. Is that a good approach? You have to make sure your brakes work, though. I think this might be the bridge, the end of the runway already. I mean, in real life, the whole thing's just like 7,000 feet long. Yeah, here is some traffic. I guess this is where it stops here on this bridge, something like that. Yeah, this is the traffic stop here. You can see that. Here is where the runway starts, and here is where we're going to land now. That we've got a nice piece of straight road, no trouble at all. We can just touch down here on the center line. Right, there we go. Nice landing right there, done. And now we can commence a stop now. Reverse thrust out. I guess this Airbus autopilot must be a bit confused as to why we are here, but there we go. Look at that. Now the trouble is, I think the wingspan is a bit too, and we've crashed into a sign. We're crashing into more signs. Yeah, let me tell you, I mean, I don't think a C5 Galaxy would be able to land here. This is quite a small runway, to be honest. Only a dual lane highway, but Switzerland doesn't really have more than dual lanes for the most part. It's not like in America or in Taiwan, really, where you have a really wide strip. I think it'd be quite struggling with anything bigger than the F-18, really. I mean, not even the C-130 seems like a good idea here. But there we go. Look at this. We're coming to a halt here after losing part of our wings. Very good. So yeah, no airliners allowed, I guess. And going bigger feels stupid. Now, as I've told you in history, the Swiss military has already done projects like this again here at Bex in like the 1980s. Here is a 3,000-foot long piece of highway. Let's take a look at this exercise from, again, over 40 years ago. Maybe let's try a bigger airplane. Oh yeah, Airbus A380 is probably a great idea. All right, everybody, now we're in trouble. This is quite a time travel now. These are like these old Hawker airplanes right here. Let's take a look if we can actually take off at all here with this A380. Might just work, might not. There's a bridge there. Doesn't make this a lot easier. All right, full power. Come on, you can do it. Come on, A380. Doesn't matter if you crash into things. There we go. Oh, we've crashed into something already. That hasn't worked out, and there is a bridge there. And that might be quite an obstacle, to be honest. Jesus Christ, that seems... Ah! Why did you build this next to a power line? God damn it. Maybe the power line wasn't there back then. This is like the worst location for an emergency landing strip. Wait, this is funny. Did the runway go beneath this bridge here? Because obviously it doesn't end up all the way to here, huh? Do you like take off beneath this bridge? That's pretty cool, but... not very usable for an A380 per se. Come on, full power. Maybe the airplane will just ignore the bridge, you know? Maybe we're in luck there. Yeah, and that exactly has happened. That exactly has very much happened. Very good. Very good. Let's take off now. You can do it. You can do it, airplane. You can do it. Don't crash into this thing. Yes? Just ignore all the objects here. This is a bit small. Maybe not the most suitable location for an emergency landing strip, but there we go. We've been able to somewhat take off at least. Good. Let's pretend like we were able to knock the bridge down. Very, very nice. Let's take a look at the third strip that, you know, the Swiss military has used and is added now to the flight simulator. Here's one very close to the city of Bern here. Let's use this one, Munzingen Autobahn. All right, why are there cars here? Oh, no, they're gone. That was our Oh my, what's wrong with the... That's not very usable. Let's try take off here right now with an F-18. Hello, there's some bystanders and some tents. I feel like this bridge could cause trouble. Luckily our F-18 isn't very tall in a way. That was a... Oh, poor horse. Very loud airplane, this one. Right, slight speed bump right there. I guess we went too fast. I mean, knowing the Swiss government style, you'd be very much in trouble for going fast as we go. Oh, talk about trouble. At least there's a gas station right here. Yeah, they would have to make sure to dismount all the speed cameras. So yes, everybody, the new scenery pack in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, adding Swiss military backup air bases. Quite a quirky and fun idea. I'm not sure how usable it is, though. I mean, you wouldn't plan a VATSIM flight to a highway, but really not bad at all. So everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.